Good evening, or good afternoon, it probably feels like the evening for you guys. My name's Jim Woods. I'm going to tell you a story about how a peer-to-peer platform can remove 20% of the carbon emissions from business and generate a $500 million revenue opportunity. It's not Goldilocks and the Three Bears, but it's quite exciting nonetheless. Our story starts with our mission, and that is to accelerate the complete removal of carbon emissions from the energy consumed by business globally. Now, the key word there is accelerate. We see this as the inevitable travel direction. We just want to make it happen sooner than it would normally. And I think to put that in perspective, achieving that in the UK would remove 38% of the UK's total carbon emissions. Our key insight is that business is very ineffective at realizing commercially attractive energy projects, from LED lighting retrofits to boiler controls. It may not surprise people here that 76% of commercially attractive projects don't happen due to a lack of market trust and poor information. And as a result of that, the commercial energy project market in the UK is currently around 3 billion. It should be around 12 billion. So what is proven to increase market activity? And thanks to Uber, TripAdvisor, Airbnb, we know a very good answer to that question is peer-to-peer platforms. All of those businesses have increased activity, improved efficiency, improved decision-making. So our question became, what would the TripAdvisor for energy management look like? We believe it's a market maker that connects people. If you can create a commercial interest, a self-interest for companies to contribute energy project data, and that to us is 16 data points for each energy project, including primarily business case data, but also including comments and recommended suppliers. If you can create that incentive for them to do that, you can in turn do something very interesting for those companies. You can help them to find the best projects, the most commercially attractive projects, find the best suppliers. You can empower them to draw up business cases for their CFO using hundreds of real projects. You could open up an avenue for third-party financing for their projects. You can add algorithms and become an automated advisor. Now, we believe that kind of platform will increase market activity by at least 20%. But the question you'll be asking yourselves is, where are the revenue streams for this business? And like most platforms, you'd expect to see multiple revenue streams coming from the different beneficiaries. So the obvious ones would be a premium service for heavy users, suppliers paying for access to the users, and financing companies paying for deal flow. We see a revenue opportunity in the UK for a mature platform of $8 million. When you add up the top 10 markets, that becomes $104 million. But this platform should have global ambition. And the same architecture we're developing for energy projects, you can replicate for water projects and also for waste projects. So you can go through the resource uses for companies. You can quickly get to a $500 million revenue opportunity. And I think one of the things we struggle with slightly on an ethical basis is that most of these platforms tend towards monopolistic positions. So there is only one Airbnb, there is only one TripAdvisor. And we are, I guess, in quite a good position to become that. So where have we got to so far? We've created a platform called The Curve. 96 companies have shared data into The Curve. They include some of the biggest companies globally. They're hard to reach and hard to win over companies. They include Unilever, M&S, IBM, BAE Systems, and others. We have 685 projects in The Curve with a combined market value of $751 million. We now move into phase two. Phase two is spinning The Curve out of the crowd, which is the incubator it's coming from, and raising 1.5 million in equity. We plan to add intelligence through algorithms, prove the revenue streams, and prepare for a global rollout in 2 to 3 years' time. There is no doubt in our mind that this platform will emerge and that it will transform decision making. The question is, will it be The Curve? And we know that for that to be the case, we need to assemble the best minds. So we're looking for investors, non-execs, technology experts. Thank you very much.